In the next 10 minutes, I'm giving you the exact blueprint I used to hit 50,000. No fluff, no vague advice, just the real numbers, the real steps, and the real mistakes to avoid. If you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, this video will completely change how you see money. Stick until the end, because step 3 is the one that separates broke people from millionaires. Let's start with a brutal truth nobody wants to hear about your bank account right now. The average person could save 50,000 euros in under 5 years, but 99% won't. Why? Because they're stuck in what I call the paycheck trap, spending exactly what they earn. You get a raise, your lifestyle grows with it, and somehow you're still broke every month. This isn't about willpower. Willpower fails every single time. This is about building a system that saves money automatically, whether you're motivated, tired, stressed, or completely broke that month. This blueprint has 4 steps. Miss even one, and you'll stay stuck exactly where you are now. Step 1 is about income. Step 2 is about systems. Step 3 is about growth. Step 4 is protection. Let's start with step 1, the one everybody underestimates and almost nobody actually does correctly. Because saving 50,000 starts with one uncomfortable question you've probably never asked yourself honestly. How much money is actually coming into your life every single month, right now, today? Most people genuinely don't know this number. They guess, they estimate. And that's exactly the problem. You cannot save 50,000 euros if you don't know your real starting point precisely. So step 1, before anything else, calculate your exact monthly income from every single source. Salary, side hustles, freelance work, everything. Write down the real number, not the rounded one. Now here's where 99% of people mess up completely right at this exact moment. They try to save whatever is left over after spending. That approach fails almost every time, because there's never anything left over. Spending always expands to match whatever income you have. The blueprint flips this completely. You save first, then you spend whatever remains afterward. This is called paying yourself first, and it's the single biggest shift in your entire financial life. The moment your paycheck arrives, a percentage moves automatically into savings before you even see it. Not manually, automatically. Because manual systems fail, the second life gets stressful or busy. Set up an automatic transfer the exact day you get paid. Every single month, no exceptions. Start with just 10% if that's all you can manage right now, that's completely fine. The goal isn't perfection immediately. The goal is consistency that compounds over months and years. Now let's talk numbers. If you save 500 euros monthly, that's 6,000 euros saved every single year. At that pace, 50,000 euros takes roughly 8 years. That's too slow for most people. So we need to attack this from 2 directions simultaneously. Direction 1 is cutting expenses intelligently. Direction 2 is increasing your income aggressively and quickly. Let's start with expenses, because this is where most people waste their entire potential. You don't need to cut coffee or avocado toast. That advice is outdated and honestly useless. You need to attack the big 3: housing, transportation, and food. These control 80% of spending. If your rent takes 40% of your income, no amount of coffee cutting will save you. Look at your biggest 3 expenses this week and ask if each one truly deserves that money. Even a 10% cut on your biggest 3 expenses can free up hundreds monthly, instantly. But cutting expenses alone has a limit. You can't cut your way to 50,000 euros. Eventually, you hit zero. There's nothing left to cut. This is where most people get stuck. Which brings us to the real secret 99% of people completely ignore or fear. Increasing your income is actually easier and faster than most people believe, if you know how. You don't need a new career. You need one specific, sellable skill the market pays for. Copywriting, video editing, sales, coding, design. Pick one and get genuinely good within 3 months. While learning, offer your skill for free or cheap to build proof and real testimonials fast. Then charge properly. Even an extra 500 euros monthly cuts your timeline nearly in half. Combine cutting expenses and adding income, and suddenly 50,000 euros isn't 8 years away anymore. It's 3, maybe 4 years, depending on how aggressively you apply both sides of this. But here's the part that changes everything completely. The part almost nobody talks about publicly. Saving money isn't actually the hard part. Keeping yourself saving consistently is the real challenge. This is why step 2 of the blueprint is entirely about systems, not motivation or discipline. Motivation disappears within weeks. Systems last for years, decades, your entire financial life actually. The first system is the automatic transfer we already discussed, happening the same day every month. The second system is separation. Your savings account must be completely invisible in daily life. Different bank, no debit card, no easy app access. Make withdrawing genuinely annoying and inconvenient. This sounds extreme, but friction is exactly what protects your money from your own impulses. The third system is tracking. Check your total savings number every single Sunday. Just 60 seconds. This isn't about obsessing over money. It's about staying emotionally connected to your progress weekly. People who track weekly save nearly 3 times more than people who never check at all. Because watching that number grow becomes addictive in the best possible way. Trust me completely. Now let's talk about where this money should actually go. 50,000 euros sitting in a regular bank account is quietly losing value every single year. Inflation eats roughly 2 to 5% of your money's value annually without you noticing anything. So the blueprint splits your savings into 2 clear categories. Category 1 is your emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses, kept liquid and safe. This isn't for growth. This is protection against job loss, emergencies, and unexpected life disasters. Keep it in a high-yield savings account, easily accessible, but still earning something instead of nothing. Category 2 is growth money. Everything beyond your emergency fund aimed toward long-term wealth building. This is where most people freeze completely, terrified of investing, terrified of losing their hard-earned money. But here's the truth. Not investing is actually the riskiest decision you can possibly make. Because inflation guarantees your money loses value slowly while investing gives it a genuine chance to grow. You don't need to pick individual stocks or become a trading expert to invest successfully. A simple, low-cost index fund invested consistently every month outperforms most professional investors long-term anyway. This is boring, unglamorous, and exactly why it works so incredibly well for regular people. Set up an automatic monthly investment, same as your savings transfer, and never touch it emotionally. Market drops. Keep investing. Market rises. Keep investing. Consistency beats timing every single time. This single habit, done for 5 to 7 years, is genuinely how most people reach 50,000. Now, step 4, the one that protects everything you've built so far from complete disaster. The #1 wealth killer isn't spending too much. It's one massive, emotional, impulsive decision. A risky investment based on a hot tip. A business idea funded with your entire savings. Lending large amounts to family without any real plan for repayment or protection whatsoever. The rule is simple. Never risk more than you're genuinely prepared to lose completely. Ever. Before any major financial decision, wait 72 hours. Emotional decisions rarely survive 3 full days. The second wealth killer is lifestyle inflation. Quietly increasing spending every single time your income grows. Every raise, every bonus, split it immediately. Half goes to savings, half goes to enjoying life. This way, your lifestyle improves gradually, while your savings rate never actually decreases over time. The third wealth killer is comparison, watching other people's spending and feeling pressured to match it. Someone's new car, someone's vacation photos, none of that reflects their actual real financial situation. You have no idea if they're drowning in debt behind that perfectly curated social media post. Your only competition is who you were financially last month. Nobody else's life matters here. Let's quickly recap this entire blueprint, because I want this to actually stick in your mind. Step 1. Calculate your real income and automate savings before you spend a single euro. Step 2. Attack your biggest 3 expenses and build one sellable income-generating skill simultaneously. Step 3. Separate your emergency fund from your growth money and invest that growth money consistently. Step 4. Protect everything with the 72-hour rule and controlling lifestyle inflation permanently. Follow these 4 steps, and 50,000 euros isn't some distant fantasy. It's a predictable, calculable outcome. Most people think this takes forever, but the math genuinely says otherwise if you apply this correctly. Save 600 monthly, invest it consistently, and you're looking at roughly 5 to 6 years total. Increase your income by just $300 more monthly, and you cut that timeline down dramatically. This isn't theory. This exact blueprint has worked for thousands of completely ordinary people already. People with average salaries, average jobs, zero special advantages. Just this system applied with real consistency. The only variable that actually matters is whether you start today or keep waiting endlessly. Every month you delay this system is another month further away from your first 50,000. The version of you 1 year from now is either thanking you or resenting you completely. That decision gets made today, right now, in the next few minutes after this video ends. So open your banking app right now and set up that first automatic transfer immediately. If this blueprint gave you real clarity, hit subscribe, comment 50K below.